he was extremely proud of being a truck driver, a relocation specialist, he used to call himself.
Larry Dwayne Foster was a truck driver for 35 years. His daughter Laura says he knew how important it was to be a truck driver in Canada, and his kids learned that too.
Him showing up, tooting the horn outside of our house on a Friday with a bag of treats from all over the country was just what we thought was normal life. We were excited for him to be there. We always had such great times together and getting to go out to restaurants when he was home. And so such a joyous time. And then we knew as he pulled out 2 or 3 days later with that honk of the horn that we would see him when we saw him.
Laura says her dad's dedication to a consuming job paved the way for her and her siblings to be able to go to school and start the great lives they live.
In the 80s and 90s, that he would drive 300 to 320 days a year just to provide for us. And he actually passed away while on the road in 2007 behind the wheel of his semi-truck. Right? He drove into the very last breath he took.
This weekend was hard for all Canadians, especially marginalized Canadians who had to witness hate symbols like swastikas fly in the nation's capital. Larry came from a military family. This protest disrespected the grounds of war memorials. Laura is Métis. She watched a Métis icon in Terry Fox get defaced. And finally, she had to listen to her father's legacy, the word trucker, get thrown about in a protest she says he never would have agreed with. She's asking that people call this protest a supremacist gathering and stop tying any part of it to truckers.
There are hundreds of thousands of truck drivers in this country that go to work every single day and help our society function. The fact that 10% of them have chosen not to get vaccinated, and even a smaller fraction of those are actually part of this protest, it seems unfair and unjust to even include these other people working in this incredible industry who've been our heroes the entire pandemic. I absolutely agree that everyone should have the right to have a job to provide for their family and provide for their home. But what we're asking truck drivers to do, those final last 10%, is to protect everyone as well. This is no different than the tuberculosis, the measles, the polio, vaccines that they all have. This is no different. This is their opportunity to protect their families and all those along the chain.
Laura is also asking for politicians to denounce this group and show them this message of hate will not be tolerated in Canada. In Winnipeg, Mike Albanese, City News.